All right, second graders. Today what we are going to work on is a review of graphing. We have not done graphing in a little bit, so I want to make sure that you guys are remembering everything that you have learned already for graphing. And I also want to review a couple of new words for graphing, okay? I have a couple of some M&Ms, okay? I didn't have as many M&Ms as I was hoping to have, so you maybe don't have a ton. I will let you eat them at the end,
Yes.
but I can't promise you'll have a ton, okay? And remember, if you get, say your neighbor has more than you get what you get,
Don't say
and you don't throw a fit, okay? So, can I touch them? Can I touch them?
it. No.
Okay, then yes,
Yeah, you can
they're
touch.
clean. All right. You're going to graph the colors of your M&Ms, okay? So everybody's graph should look completely different because I just poured them out of the bag. I didn't make sure that everybody had the same number of each color, okay? Justin.
What happens if you have if it's just a way that it just magically happened and
Then that will be very lucky, right? That is,
What?
might happen, right?
what?
What is the probability that that will happen, where you and maybe your neighbor have the same M&Ms or number of colors? Not likely, right? Very, very much so, not likely. All right, second graders. So, I'm gonna wait. Miss Safe, can I get your attention? Sitting on your bottom, please. Thank you. Carter, can you come scoot up here? Actually, no, can you come sit over here? Hey, Michael, can you sit on your bottom facing me, please? Thank you. All right, so the first thing that you're going to do is make a what are we gonna do before we make that before we make that graph? I just told you, Zach.
A title.
Before we make titles, what'd you say? I can't hear you, sweetie. A survey, but are we gonna go around and ask questions and survey? What are we gonna make? You're on the right track, Tara. What are we gonna make though, Sarah? A tally chart, very good. And you have space down here to make your tally chart. So you would write, this marker is maybe a little bit too thick, but you would write, let's see, there's green, there's yellow, there's brown. You would do all of the colors that you find in your cup because you might not have, maybe you don't get any browns or something, okay?
But there's brown inside of it.
You are going to use the colors, I'll wait. I hear a lot of people talking out. If you have questions, I will answer them. Just give me a minute, okay? You will then go and make a tally sheet. I have 3 greens, I have 2 yellows, I have maybe 6 browns. Okay, Xavier. You're gonna use the colors that are in your cup. Okay? You're not gonna do purple because there's no purple M&Ms. Okay? There's yellow and there's blue and there's green, there's brown.
Where's
Okay.
mine?
Second graders, leave your questions for the end because I might answer them. Safe, can you sit on your bottom, please? All right, so you're gonna make your tally sheet first. Then once you've made your tally sheet, what are you gonna do on this side with your graph? Eva, before you even graph it, I want you to do something. Safe, please. Justin, tell me.
Title.
Okay, you're gonna give it a title. What could we title this one?
Title.
Justin, I love how you had your hand raised quietly. Can you tell me what would we give this as a title?
We could give it an M graph.
Our M&M graph. Okay. Can you be more specific, Jake? The colors of our M&Ms. Very good. Who can tell me, what are we going to put along this axis? Stacy, can you have a seat on your bottom, please? Faye Marie. Good. So we put another title and call it number of M and M's, right? Because we can't do people. We're not asking people anything, right? Second graders, who can tell me are my numbers going to go on this line or in between the lines? Are my numbers, when I number this axis, are they going to go on the lines? These lines? Or are they going to go in between the lines? On the lines. Michael, are my numbers going to go on the line or in between my lines? When I number this axis. So Safe just answered for me. Are we going to number it on the lines or in between the lines? On the lines, very good. Wonderful. And what am I going to put down here? Who can tell me? I'm going to call a random number, number 12. Who's 12? Zach, tell me. What would I put along here?
The M&M's colors. No, the colors.
The colors, very good. So down here I have green, blue,
You don't have to write the colors.
brown, whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? Then I'm going to use the tally sheet and graph however many I have. I would suggest even just using those color markers, right? That makes it just easier for your, whoever's going to read your graph, Michael, to know what color you're talking about, okay? All right, on the back, after you've graphed this, I feel like you guys probably, this is easy peasy, hopefully we've done this enough. On the back, it asks you 3 questions. It says, number 1, what is the mode of your data? If I was to look at this tally sheet here, what would be my mode? Taha. What would be my mode? Looking at this tally sheet. Remember, what's a synonym for mode?
Most.
Most. Very good. So which color has the most?
Brown.
Brown. Brown would be my mode. Am I going to, when I answer question number 1, just write brown?
No.
Christina, what am I going to write? I'm not going to, you all said no, I shouldn't just write brown. What should I write? Lindsay, help us out. The mode is brown, right? My mode is brown. So you're going to write a complete sentence, right, Christina? Number 2 says, what is the range for your data? Second graders, this is a new term for us. Can you guys leave the ball alone? This is a new term for us. Does anybody know what range means? It just needs to go up there with the clip. Does anybody know what a range means? Anybody know what a range means? It's basically what it means is the smallest number to the biggest number. So, what color is the smallest number? Christina, I'm up here. It's okay, she's fine. Which one up here has the smallest number of M&Ms of that color? Okay. Yellow. So my range would be, how many does yellow have? Second graders, listen carefully, Jason Bakery. Listen carefully. My range is not using the colors. Our range always has numbers. Always, always, always has numbers. Christina, can you come sit back where you were, please, on your bottom? I don't know why you moved. Migrate back here. Migrate back here, please. Our range is always numbers. So our lowest number is, Zach?
Yellow.
Which number? What's the number though? 2. So my range would be 2, and then we do a dash, and then we want the greatest number. So what is my greatest number? Carter? 6. 6 is my greatest number. Am I just going to write 2 to 6 like I just did? No, you're going to write a complete sentence, right? You would say my range is from 2 to 6 M&Ms. Okay? Ellie, can you have a seat in front of it, please? The last question says, write 2 comparison sentences. You all have done that a ton. Who can tell me, what does that mean, write 2 comparison sentences? Sanjo.
Means like brown has
Zach H. Christina.
brown has 4 more M&Ms than
Good, you're comparing 2 of the colors, right? So brown has 4, or I had 4 more brown M&Ms than yellow M&Ms. Can anybody else give me another comparison sentence? I only have 2 friends who could give me a comparison sentence. Second graders, we did a ton of these. Sunshine, give me a wonderful one. Ellie, give me another one.
There are 3 greens
Can you say crisscross? Michael, eyes up here, please.
And 6.
Is that comparing them, though? You're telling me what's on this tally sheet? I want to know comparison.
3 plus 6.
Listen carefully. Sunjung gave us the example. He said there are 4 more. Ellie, are you listening? There are 4 more brown M&Ms than yellow M&Ms. So he compared how many browns there were to the yellow ones. Can you give me a comparison sentence? How many more green ones are there than yellow?
1.
Good. So can you give me a complete sentence comparing those?
There are 1 more in yellow.
There is 1 more what than yellow?
Right.
There is 1 more green M&M than yellow M&Ms. Does anybody else have another comparison sentence, Stacy?
There are